All right, so on this particular platform, we've been giving you hourly updates about untimely accident that claimed two lives. Apparently, these two people, they were very much close to boxer Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is a UK Nigerian based boxer. He's a Nigerian though, but then he's based in the UK, and then he's fought many bouts for the UK. But then up until recently, in regards with his fight with Anthony Joshua, in regards to his fight with Jake Paul, we realized after he won, he was holding a Nigerian flag, which clearly shows that he really and desperately wants to represent his home country, the African and also Nigeria. He's been to Ghana many times. I think earlier this year he even met with the president of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama. They shared some exclusive pictures. But then when the news of the accident came in, it came as a total shock, and now we are getting more details as to what really caused this. Ultimately, what could have happened if Anthony Joshua lost his life today, and even the whole issue surrounding the Nigerian road, the Nigerian bus system, and a whole lot of things. Now, currently, there are a lot of reactions which is going on, and Anthony Joshua's case has really drawn a whole lot of reactions across board, from the UK Prime Minister to Nigerian President to heads of state. Everyone is reacting in his own accord. But currently, the Nigerian President Tinubu is actually paying tribute to Anthony Joshua, and he's telling the whole world that he's spoken with Anthony Joshua, and he's also spoken with Anthony Joshua's mom. We're putting all of these charts on the screens very soon. But for context, for those of you who never saw this side, we've uncovered this video. This is a video of Anthony Joshua's accident. But then one of the things you see here is an angle that has never been seen before. Now, you see that this passenger, or this particular person who was in a car, who was driving by, actually captured the scenes, and you could see how from the side the car, and even from the front, the car has been damaged beyond recognition. And clearly his two friends who were seated in front could never have survived this. And we are learning the car involved was a Lexus Jeep, and honestly, this is a very, very, very sad news. Now, we'll quickly be heading straight into the reaction which is coming from the Nigerian president, because apart from the Nigerian president also reacting, we have heads of state and also political figures across both are reacting. But then let's just confirm this, that so this is coming from Complex News, which is based in the United States of America, and they are saying two of Anthony Joshua's closest friends and longtime coaches were killed in a car accident in Nigeria, while the boxer, who only suffered minor injuries, survived the crash. Rest in peace to Lats and Sina. So these are the two friends of Anthony Joshua on the right side of the screens, and currently they are no more with us. They are dead. Now, I told you that there are many reactions which is coming across board from many people across the spectrum, and everyone is reacting to this news. And the latest person to react to this news is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and he posted this some few minutes ago on his official Twitter handle, now X. So let's read. He said, AJ, which is AJ basically stands for Anthony Joshua. He said, Anthony Joshua, I extend my deepest sympathies to you following the tragic accident on the Lagos Ibadan Expressway, which claimed two precious lives and caused you injuries. This immense tragedy casts a deep shadow on this season. I sympathize with you and your family as you bear the emotional weight of this unfortunate incident. As a sportsman, you have always shown courage, discipline, and unwavering to our country. These are qualities that make you a source of national pride. So President Bola Tinubu is saying that this is definitely a sad news, and then he is actually expressing his condolence and just paying tribute to the two people who lost their lives in this particular fatal crash. Now, he also further goes on to say that I sympathize with you and your family as you bear the emotional weight of this unfortunate incident. As a sportsman, you've always shown courage, discipline, and unwavering love for our country. These qualities, these are the qualities that have made you a source of national pride. So Tinubu is basically reiterating the fact that our beloved Anthony Joshua is very much respected and revered in his own in his own country. And then he further goes on to say that in moments like this, we must encourage one another as brothers and sisters with a shared destiny. I pray for strength, wisdom, and grace for you during this painful period. May God grant you speedy recovery and repose the souls of the departed. Bola Ahmed Tinubu even posted a picture of himself where Anthony Joshua was presenting him with a glove, and as you can see, this is definitely a sad news. Now, I told you earlier, this was not the only update that came, because President Bola Tinubu also went on further to post that he has spoken with the family of Anthony Joshua, and he has also spoken with Anthony Joshua himself, and then he's making sure that all the resources in Nigeria that Anthony Joshua needs to survive this unfortunate incident, he will get it. So he posted again that I have spoken to AJ, which is Anthony Joshua, to personally convey my condolences over the passing of his two close associates, Kevin Latif Ayodele and Sina Gani, in the recent past, or in the recent accident. I wish him a full and speedy recovery and prayed with him. Anthony Joshua assured me he's receiving the best possible care. I also spoke with his mother and prayed for her. She was deeply appreciative of the call. Governor Dapo Abuyidin, who was at the hospital with them, assured me he will do everything possible to ensure Anthony Joshua receives the best of attention. May God strengthen the families and grant repose to the souls of the departed. It is coming once again from Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and this is definitely one of those darkest times in the history, or perhaps in the sports history of Nigeria, because we could have lost Anthony Joshua today, and this is definitely no joke. And the fact that these two people who lost their lives have been with him through thick and thin, it just tells you, or it just shows that today we can be here, tomorrow we wouldn't be here. So this is definitely a sad news. And this is just coming at a crucial time that, the world itself is facing a lot of uncertainties. Now, many Nigerians are reacting in their own accord, and people are saying that, you see how fast Nigerian President Tinubu has come online to basically post a lengthy message. He should also basically be prepared to make sure he does the right thing as in fixing the bad roads in Nigeria. Regardless, CNN is also wading in on this particular unfortunate accident that happened that nearly claimed the life of Anthony Joshua. Now, according to CNN's reports, we'll be watching a bit of it very soon. They are claiming that the car that Anthony Joshua was in was speeding. It was speeding. Now, they are not blaming Anthony Joshua for the accident, but then basically over speeding kind of caused this. So we'll be taking a look at the reports which came from CNN's ground reports. After various evidences and gathering of information, they have come to the conclusion that it's the car which was actually carrying Anthony Joshua and his two friends were speeding beyond recognition, and that could have been a major trigger or a major cause of this unfortunate incident and accident that caused or that claimed the life of these two young lives. These are two great guys who should have lived. So let's take a listen and let's watch how CNN actually reported this.
British boxing star Anthony Joshua has been hurt in a car crash in Nigeria. Police there report that 2 people died. Joshua's injuries are reported to be minor. CNN correspondent Larry Madowo is tracking the story for us. So, Larry, what have you learned?
Well, we're learning that he was driving in this Lexus SUV in the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. This is a popular route for many people coming out of the Nigerian commercial capital. And 2 foreigners were killed in this road crash. According to Nigerian authorities, they were allegedly speeding and overtaking dangerously when this happened. Video shared widely on social media shows Anthony Joshua being pulled out of the back of this SUV. He's in pain, and there's people gathered around the scene. He was taken into another car, and he's now receiving treatment, said to be responding well to treatment at hospital. The identities of the 2 people who were killed in this has not been made public yet, but Anthony Joshua has previously said in social media posts that his granddad lives in Ibadan, so that is this drive that he's probably making to this location when this happened. We've also seen video of the crash scene posted by the Nigeria Public Safety agency showing this stationary truck that they're believed to have crashed into, that again the agency says that was well parked on the side of the road. A lot of questions still. We haven't seen any statement yet from Anthony Joshua, from his management yet. People just following, happy that he's doing well, but wondering about the identities of those who were killed and what could have been the cause of this accident, Wolf.
Do we know if he was wearing a seatbelt and the others were not wearing seatbelts?
That is one speculation at this stage, that he could have been wearing a seatbelt when the others were not. Again, we don't know for sure. We have not seen the inside of this video as yet. It's very early in this investigation. He was seated at the back of the SUV when this accident took place. And the pictures and video of the car that they were traveling in looks very mangled. It's in a bad state. And it's believed that the two who were killed could have been sitting at the front of the vehicle, so faced the worst impact during this crash, Wolf.
Horrible situation. All right, Larry Madowo, thank you very much for that update.
That is the reports which is coming from CNN in regards with this particular matter. Definitely, it is a sad thing. It is a sad thing which definitely shouldn't have happened, and then we are tracking this. But then many Nigerians are basically in shock, and many people are also kind of saying that this has been going on for years, but then the government basically their complaints have fell on deaf ears, and over the years this have only gone on and on and on and on, and today it nearly claimed the life of Anthony Joshua, killing two. Now someone posted this on social media. He says Nigerians are involved in accidents almost every day, mostly due to bad roads. Many get robbed and kidnapped due to the same bad roads, but not once has neither you, Tinubu, or your administration react so quick like it's being done for Anthony Joshua. To date, most roads under construction are yet to be completed or commissioned. To date, many federal roads remain a death trap for motorists every day. If this didn't happen to Anthony Joshua involved foreigners, would you have reacted? Would you have reacted? So many Nigerians definitely be of the view that something should be done about all of these issues that is going on, and perhaps these issues have been going on for years. I mean, they've been complaining about the bad roads in Nigeria. They've also been at the helm, and also they've been holding the neck of the government to do something about it. But then, of course, nothing is being done. And today, what we are realizing is that immediately after, the whole news came about Anthony Joshua, his death and all these things, what we are realizing here is that all of a sudden Tinubu and all the other people are reacting, all because perhaps the fact that it is Anthony Joshua involved. Well, regardless, the good news here is Anthony Joshua is alive. The bad news here is 2 young lives have been lost, and these issues or these particular tragic incidents should never have happened. Now, I'm very much aware that everyone will leave this earth, but then there are certain kind of deaths which are preventable. It is sad we are having to deal with these kind of things, but then what we can say is that the 2 who have died, may God in heaven rest their soul. May he give them eternal peace. We all shall follow one day. In as much as this is bad, what we can say or what we can do from our quarters is just to remember them in prayer. So that is the issue which is currently going on. You can also drop in your comments. You can drop your comments in the comment section. We'll gladly read it for you. What do you think about this whole Anthony Joshua's case? Do you think something should have been done? Basically, you need your reaction on this. So that is exactly what is going on in regards with Anthony Joshua. We'll be very much happy to get a comment or two from you guys, those of you who are watching us, those of you who've been following the news, and basically who want to make sure that everything is also well. The fans of Anthony Joshua who are basically remembering him in prayers as at this particular point. All right, so we'll be moving on to other matters very soon in regards with after we've given almost a granular reports about Anthony Joshua, his whereabouts now, and we are also learning that very soon he'll be flown out from Nigeria to receive a more better care in in London to be precise, and definitely these are issues that it's kind of sad, but ultimately this is the issue that we are facing here in Africa. Every day accidents do happen, and ultimately these issues kind of perhaps happen every time, and the government basically does not want to do anything. So we'll be moving on to another issue of the day, and then we'll make sure that we'll still be following. I mean, the issue of Anthony Joshua. We'll still be monitoring the turn of events. It is our hope that in this particular crucial time, something is being done, and perhaps Anthony Joshua recovers fully. For those who have lost their lives, unfortunately, nothing can be done to reclaim those lives which have been lost. So at this moment, what we can do and what we can say from our quarters is just to remember Anthony Joshua in our prayers. After ye trust ani eko eye Kwame despite. Me no can say Kwame despite leak audio be abeton from memu about this particular man. Now I've been following Despite for a lot of years. I've never seen him address any issue. In fact, from in time I didn't same tone so say kolebu donation moja ne sacrifice. He never spoke. He's just that quiet and just immune to criticism and then confront some more. But then in 24 cents insult her upon Chenyo. So basically now so bekasa nano lumba we in same be is Emma a year or ye penny akosia sewani or ketwa or do bruno mudi ni. Now people have been calling out a year or say Kwame Despite say oh unim lumba pa in fact lumba nyuma sha saying na one na wa tonton ne cassette CD amen peja wo di wesi obotan so ma wo so create employment in your own capacity be ye ni ba na kamya kwa se we yiweni efi akosu asewa so na wo bibia eta odobro ni echi na eye ose Kwame Despite say there be he has to actually speak about this issue because ansema man for keka on social media say eye ni esi ye no asibe yi eye akosua sewa ne ba ko ahye ne nsa amasisi a no odi eye the hot cake young Odobrodi ichino or say enyesa. In fact, you could see in some on Rankasa edituja because at this juncture no, we believe say wakanin sem and what's your can simbia eshanano video no ewa ye pa in for you are some niti in some say Kwame Despite or the tuja.
Yeah, Fifi, I'm bet you or so I wouldn't say Charles there. Menina you match. Na emna semisi ye no yakwachiae na me ma 100,000 so mo fan to fie because na aye sheshe to be check 100,000 so mo fan to fie na ene marketing kiti wo halum datoto because ho be ba bebre me this kind me de ma omo ni pam man fa an kwahye obi nsem wo mfichire efi ono man obi anka mesuma man free obi a kopem se waso so free bi free Germany so oba na on so bi chene bre na ze dem pa botere chi obi dura nti obi duru ye no omu ba mahabe chiame satan kwa unko chasi fio no ne nkura ni na ba me ho ha na on so mitu no fo na menene kasa nkura ni na bi wa me hu na che kai bi se mi ko no eketekete no eketekete a oni mi dim pipa gro fio ni na ndi wa obi a na me hu na cha be kwa mpese me hu no ti mi no mu na abon komo o mo kokra de esam de che obi a me mo obi a kra na se wasu mi jana kwan ti na ocho da na be so no na me ko ayi Holland na ye ko ayi bi wo nti ne Charles de ni shiai nti me de sika ene ka eja papa shi se oba on fama sewa na onka jense ene me yi bi shia Holland nti ya obetemenka because sewa frɛ me ne kasai to bedu ye sewa na ocho da ni am se memeka kwa sewa memeka na sewa eyusu papa shi kwa be fa ka na free e museum ha me disika jai e ka ho timi no mu nyina obi na obi ani asem na afede asabisi ye ekona wiye de ye me bata ho se yeseme na makotai ba ko chi na sabio mperi osa nyanza be pa na ewu ma osa kwa mze wadamfo ewu eja ne ma ene yire mu na me kwata ba ko chi se ba ko nsire na ba ko nsu ede be mutu sam sa na me ba ko yesa de no minti mi nyasa se wadamfo ewu wono nka hwe se miwu a hwemachima me nka wono me nka se miwu a becha me ne mama me ma na wawu a wo mo bia me doboa ayie no na me de aka me de aboa ono amusele nim bebanyam eno achi na akasakasa ba ho na matwem ho sebio se wa lawyer minine nkasa da budins na budin lawyer minine nkasa da minim ba bi mkoko na minim ho hwe me la ka be wisha nsenka ebi anka be se ko basa bi ko basika sem bi anka me ho beto amom no ma ye bibia fefefe banto kwa ba ele na matwem ho me ka se ntie obi de be nyansa pa ani de be musuo na makofa ma mo se enipa mienu a sabi obema ewu agya wo mo no mu di yawo na me makota ba ko chi se ba ko de onsu na ba ko de onsre na me kwa misu nipa kwa enipa be minim ho hwe na me nyasa da bisika me de ko mu an se Charles ma ba cha me che musika ayi ne ba no ba first one na second one so na me tu kwa be de ka eni sika ja se wa ba omufama no na me koye na ye kwa yi so no minu am na ye adwuma be almost about 15 to 20 years pen na wo wuda ho na me wo krum ha ana kwa me kwa yi be me nsa okumase ana ye de fa ne kwa no pa no ko he nanim ya da na me ntim ka se sabio entokwa ba chi ntima me nko ho na me go show last respect man na me bonsa eno ano no me ho e wase mu ani me ko tuasika na me ko tuasika dan san ka ne nka me kura ka ba bo me musuo se ka lumba kwa ne nko ba bi kunu bi go won ka hwe ncheme onimi ni oba bi ahon komo ade na me asama ba na ka ayi nka me wo chance nka me kana nka mitimi ka me ne ya me nka kan bom na me de me ma ho ode ko ta ba ko achi ede mfa so de menya enye se omu bi ye minua ana so omu bi ye efi sabi ofi mi krom kra se ebi nko we de ofi amwasa se ofi ha na me de me support ko ta ba ko achi se yen kan tia ba ko na nka yakopɔ kra nko mpa ne hyeme enti me sramo we ayami amasam ne edi mataba ka menka ho hwe na nso man nti se ba ya obi nti nsumu ne yam no nti na ma me osra kwa me mabie manu ame kasa no me gana me tie ani me wiase ame wo no ade e boni bia me se e boni bia no ameye edi me ho asem aba nyina no me ansa na obi susu ntimi nyina kasa me ne osra kwa me ko di boni we na kroma zo nipa ba ku ni boni obedi boni a woni nkofo na edi eto obi ase osra kwa me tonko ke eto obi ase me tonko cassette na obi me tonko cassette time wa lumba ofra brochire ba ye giska o makoto car brand new car latest car Benz brand new akoshia na be giska mo no sata na hia me tetina ne eton nwum na bandi robo mo no enwuma me meton eyi ano di obedi ye ma was no di obedi second no ye che de maton mu 5 kura wonti nton ba ko the whole Ghana obi am ho no obi afa nwum ekoton lumba nwum those time ebu a be container ne ba bitimi ton one day be charge sika be man pepepe mi ale du ba bia mi call radio mu no na mitimi ko station bo from kwa yard beti ma enwum na mi di fi nwum adwuma nim mi ni boni bia okroma da ade e boni bia ni wa meye papa na pesa o ya ni ajo na osi bone na matwem ho we ya ni o maka wasam men kasa na matwem ho enti mesramo Charles ewu emiya ba mi ntimi ko tai obi achi mfantia obi da because nya me ma me ba onya me hwe minimo mo ka ba mo ase ya mo ya fasika mo ya fa bibi mo a la Charles na mu kwa so ya de ya boa ya ya boa ya broni me ne nyina won kasa 1 minute kwa da minimo mo so minim so omo enam ba onya asabio onyame nkomudi fo se we madam fu bia asema sinti asem kota dachi Oh, say one meeting kakra, say one meeting kakra, ko be 15 years. Mente say one kada, a year by them meeting ka. Ti besramo. Mitri mu fine, one mo ko fa bibia me foforo me. Modaroma. Na me ni interest bia, na me de bidi me be me de. Me was say kwa me no. Me wo ho no, me ma emfiri oba ba ko. Say me ba wu da form say size obi di bi ya me be me de. Enti besramo me ntimi nyesa modaroma. Binya me pon chopa be ka prekura nko di ba bia minimo mu lawyers minimo bia da be no obi nkasa da abusua pani ni ya da ko ye na me hu no na me de me chia no ye cha cha me chia bi me na abusua pani no nkasa da minimo mu committee minimo mu nkishia da minimo mu nkasa da ti obi ma ye di ti mba bia mo ko fa se we ba foforo me o ba foforo me dey di ba nyes ka kwa esa bi o mi hu di ase mi nya boafo bi mfa mboa na enipa mienu o manya asem be ma ewu agya omo na me sika akota ba akwachi egesi ba ko onye minu aba ndi mesramu minti minyasa saka miana ka mudi matabanga ha me but oba mani obi batan wasu ewo bia boni otusu se midi fa na chide me yenti na me kasa di nyame pa macho minimu hwe na minti minyasa asusu da because Charles woni wan sheme de menye ma no kade me ye bia ka bi fi makum na ye amba onu ankasa ni wuo no ti modaroma ai Judas me kai me onzu mitie ni program say we dey atwam no say oba bontra be kase wankasa yinti me mbeza wande me kan anwa sembi omu no se ya kan so obi abo obi a ngonu mum ne ka yeso okai hu se bi peja omu din no na me mum na kama boa no nyonu mum na aboa me omu bi bedwuma bia no amne mu ya omu nyi omu sikansa no maye adwuma bia no mu ye bia metuo mu ka so omu ye bibia no beton a omu ni media no na metuo mu ka bibia me ni ye bia metuo mu ka na tan bia na omu humia na mba ho bia so me bibia me chewa mu santo obegu na be 5 years kwa na me hu ida na me no matiti mu sako no be ye omu be satiso mu ye fam na mpadu na de omu cassette bi me na me ye ho adwuma na me am mo record bi ma me de omu record ma me ko eche omu sa di ko ma obi the same story no ma record ma me nti me ni na gu ho asa na wo nya bruchira akotra na ko pan ye wadum na wo nya bruchira akotra na se obi ye interview na wo ke kase fa me ho abra wa nza so aka so nya no kure nti nipa be no ma ye adwuma yi anwuma nkofo ye ma me adverta nkofo ye wo charge no ya ma ni na nti se obi a no efi sa ta ma wa ye advert wa ye bibia charge wa ye bibia ma adwuma ma no ya wo tua ne ka no kize de bia fi bia ko hye ne ma ekoko challenge no hu se woni aso na se woni aso nti di obi abeka bia wonka nti bidi bia menyankopon obi tim bi di watam wonnim ade a waka wonnim ho hwe bitimi tie me ho asem bi ti bi me ho asem ne kan na asem ho asem ne kan na mo nwa be yi adwuma enchine ko yi ko wa obi a wo Ghana ontu kan ko salt factory onko we about 700 acres 700 acres would gira ho hu akire echekuro nti me beti kroma pompe empunsuo ade ye nkyene okwa etu bia obakwa nipa wo babro be 600 omutu nkyene nko a nti me nya sky wanwan ko ni jafo ka si wo lodu nkyene kon nti me nya sky okwa sa adwuma na esiwo na ene ne factory esiwo na eze me nya sky di bi toka atremu anka ya de bone se ayi wo Charles krana ni nyum tubu no se na ukumu yipa na okeka nsem bebrebe na emse unim anaza odwen se saadi wi imbi beba ama asem yasi na meti oman mu osai kwa me menyu obia me fi ayi kumase matan kwada so maye madwuma nakopod ma bepie nkran maye nwuma bebrebe ma bebie radio no nkofo tie na meti oman mu na se ayifo ayi ɔman na ba sɛ wɔn bɛ sɛ wɔn nya mogya esi hospitals no ya no ma short mogya nti wo radio wo TV fa boa yɛn na yɛnya bi mese mate ɛho ka nyina mɛfa ɛsɛ me media ɛne ayi me space ayi kyɛ obi wɔ kora na wɔn ba ebi wɔ a kyɛ sɛ ka bɛbɔ ho kora no ɛnyɛ ka ketewa nti me de bɛboa nansa ya me kae sɛ ayi sister bi a na me kɔyɛ recording wɔ London na me tere nkyɛn ne ba abɛsra no wɔ Ghana na opie akɔtɔ adeɛ na ka abɔ no nyina mabubu ɔda ayi 37 mmea nam kɔtɔ ne nkyɛn a obu kɔ operate no so mu hia mogya 2 ɛsɛ mogya 2 yɛ standby na omu suso mu nkrɔfo nyina wɔ abrokyire na me yɛkɔ bia yɛnya bia me stress obu de ho faman na sa after we no a yɛbɛtwe bia mo mu anse yɛpɛ bia na twe bia mo mu na me rekora ho nse me tio me sɛ Nyankopɔn adom media me kasa nipa bɛte na me mfa me media mmoa na yɛ nyinaa mogya anything can happen so wo bibi yare na yɛbusa saa deɛ ne pa na ɔne ne mogya anya pɛ ne hwɛ bi ne nya na bɛhu pie ne wo adeɛ minimu ani o me nkɔ boa saa adeɛ kɛkɛ ɔsɛ kwa me life badwuma me yɛ kyɛ me ho amahwɛ deɛ nyinaa na adeɛ wei nipa baako pɛ abie na no ɛde asɛ madwuma nyinaa ɛde asɛ me mani mo nyam ne bibia sɛ me yɛ ɔkɔt sɛ ɛdeɛ bɛ o me nim ade korɔ o mo keka na metie bie me nim ba bi korɔ fi me be si so deporto me ba Ghana na me ka ho bi me start Pentecost na me kɔ preach nyina de me gidi ko mu yɛ ntutuso dudu na me de me gidi sɛ wo de ma wo benya ho nhyira fa bɛ so me hwɛ sɛ me awurade me hwie ɛsoro nhyira mu so me gidi nyina no ti me sense me start deporti time me start sɛ me kɔ asoro nyina me tua me tight me gidi a me wɔ nyina no afede ya tanya de sɛ yɛsɛ me na mogya di me kɔ yɛ boss akora atɔwa na ɛsɛ ka me frɛ ɔman ne sɛ mo matwi mu mogya na nti boss a me buagu galon man sɛ me buagu ɛgra wɔ mu na obi interest nti ɔka na basa ba na matwa so ti me sɛ Ghanafo me de nipa bɔneni na nka me su nipa no obi pie obi afi a nko mehu me su mesra mo ade eboni bia no metima ye minim sɛ eboni pa na me ye tia me ho de nyame poma chew pa menye nipa bɔne ni na minti menye sada ti mesra mo na me beton cassette na mo stores be for ne wukumansi o wo bi o PZ mo be mienu o renwe so na mo stores be for kwa ne wukumansi na masim fie wie na me yusu me ka satan kwa na me yusu ayevense ka ye ba ne mo fense vin boot ansa kwa na me be wura cassette mu nya cassette am de bo me bra ma ye adwuma che me sabio school no mentima anko akiri nti firi o ko nyina no me de ye adwuma ma ye adwuma sa asembia anto me hwɛ me hu yi fa kontem bia e kro no ma me adwuma nim sɛ nya me nkoye ti ma ye adwuma sam fifiri pa na maduru sɛ mo 63 me ko 64 next month for sɛ na me ko akabe 2 months na me ko 64 years ti ba ye adwuma che nti sɛ obi station yi kura me bi sɛ obi kaka bibi wɔ hɔ a ɛsɛ me na me tew na me kyerɛ mu sɛ obi nkasa ka A ka B ka C station wɔ wodi sɛ bɛyɛ 10 years ni me nansi wɔ da ɛbɛyɛ 10 good years ni ɛbo kura no obi a ɔyɛ adwuma hɔ efie hɔ okwa kɛse da obi nkasa bɛyɛ 10 years ni wɔ hu sɛ me de 9 bɛtutu me na esi wɔ da bitwa mu anim wɔ mi nwura me nan sɛ mi di wura Peace FM ne Hello FM ne ayi UTV wɔ 10 years ni kura me nan nwura hɔ da nso bibia na yedi matem station si dɔso obi aka bia yanka hwe me kwa me obi ka ka bibi fa mo pese de me na no pa bia me dum chon se ka e ka bi ka si nti obi bia adwuma se obi nya bi nya na no so nti mfonso ye beba hu bia no na ayesa me na ye de hame kwa me nkruma mi hu no kwa baburu be sesiesi ni ase ayi e be sesiesi ni kwa mani se hu no da oh Kofi Kumberson me din share baburu 5 years gise dia program bia se de wo man ya ko share ba ko kwa me se fa bu be 2 years kwa me nkasa da enya se ya aka se ye program me be ba ye ba ko share se a me nko me fi o 10 years me nko da me waka si minim obi afie obi awa minim fie fada me ne ye adwuma kra me nine si fie da fada baby a fada tri me nine insi hoda me shame camp kitwa bi akokra muzum bese me ne beje bibia now me srabu wa obese wo fie wo ma wo nua bi ye no se obi esaba nim fife se wodu pension bia me srabu mamon se di no anti Ghana policefonia empanifonia ban ba tuye ni pa boni nia e de anko abetimi wo betima tra o man no ayi aposifo se wo de wo ye boni bia me enchew me srabu o mami dina kakra
Ashafo, in some way, and a year or say, Kwame, despite the two. If I'm listening to him, I feel very sad. I feel very, very, very sad. That's anyway. In Penny for say, the new here and the can answer. Who here can answer? You know, so sad. I think that we should give him enough respect near money ding at the end. Yes, that is exactly what we need to do. You better also. A year Sabra Menoka say, Dr. Baumia, Menoka say, Wababe Kasa. Na in name say a probo a okono, Sisian or the do a year greater Accra. Na emu and a Menoka say, a year one of a year, or say, one of a Dr. Baumia and spokesperson Eddie Simbia Babe Tuja na nipa or this Ansimia Babe Tuja Eya Kusia Menu. Na Kusia Menu or Pacha say MPP form penny for any incophobic year research. Now research nature say anytime bia MPP only winning elections biano. Na just say or some of the candidate or put the nation first eba. Any candidate are you repeating no? Any candidate are you repeating no? Ansana nipa no be wini election we wiri yenko tie nsema akusua menu edituja ye babaka etifo ye betrust because nsem no de etifo ensem bebre
yesu rado
polling station executives, former constituency executives, current constituency executives, regional representatives, campaign team members, former CEOs, former ministers, former parliamentary candidates. It gives me great joy this evening to address you. Our party, the New Patriotic Party, has always had success in the polls when we represent a flag bearer that has 3 core beliefs. They put the nation first, they are principle-driven, and they are people-centered. Mekane say yeyi okandini ewo osnu kokoko mu a saa nipa no or the oman Ghana esi nani so first. Our principles and o science wo odo ene ntiase e manipa o manipa ye den edi nani. Anytime yeyi obi a o sa 3 core beliefs ya weni aba. Anytime yeyi obi a o sa 3 core beliefs ya weni aba. Cause of time, let me focus on the nation first principle. Semobe Kaya 1996. Ye ko abatwa yendi nkunim no. Tudo na ka se ma o mampein dada kufuo onfa violence kakra oman be menjina omonan so enkokunto kwan di kunim anameboa. Do you remember that happened? We asked Kufuor not to give in or to accept the results. What did President Kufuor do? On the day of Rawlings's inauguration, presidential candidate Kufuor went to greet Rawlings on the days. He showed exceptional maturity. Ghanaians saw it and said, this is a true gentleman. 4 years later, President Kufuor won the election. He put the nation first. In 2012, in the most controversial election of this land, former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was incited to hit the streets. Do you remember? 2012, you lose election, na ye me ya. Cause na ye den, ye nimse na nwiema ye den akoso. Kofoka said, onfa etutro semi ye den, emfemu ni enkoji abano. Nana Addo said no. He resorts to the courts. Who was the star witness in the court? Dr. Mahmudu Bawumia. 4 years later, having put the nation first, Ghanaians rewarded Nana Akufo-Addo with power. We came to power in 2016 in a historic win. December 7th, 2024, on the eve of the election, and my seniors are here, they gathered intelligence that NDC was going to foment trouble and say that MPP does not want to let go of power. And in doing that, the country was literally going to burn. December 7th, edu emet se ya ni enim de ekoso. Enim se si eluzu a ye be den ye be giatum. NDC for kobo apo. Se omode ntokwa beba kronim because MPP mpese omode 2 million den ebetu ho. Dr. Mahmudu Bawumia put the nation first. His core belief was in putting the nation first. He believed that not a single drop of blood should be shed on account of his personal ambition. Out of all the presidential aspirants in this election, he's the only candidate that embodies these 3 core beliefs that has birthed presidents for our great party. Nation first, principle-driven, people-centered. Since 2007, Pape Beye running mates. Yehu ni sunipada as running mates. Adameboa. Obeye abedieche ema Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. We have never seen his kind. The world over, beyond Ghana, he's been named the best vice president of our great country and our great party. He has served selflessly with loyalty. At no point in time did Dr. Mahmudu Bawumia denigrate the party. At no point in time did Dr. Bawumia decide to put his personal ambition above the party. He's always remained loyal to the party and its true values. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an exemplary former vice president. We have an exceptional candidate amongst all of them. Ladies and gentlemen, he was the best we had seen as a vice president. And I promise you that he's even going to be a much better president because Ghanaians will see these 3 core beliefs in him. And in 2028, he's going to be the president of the Republic of Ghana. I am asking for your vote this evening as we go into the new year. The only thing we should remember is that he embodies these 3 core beliefs. And we are all voting 31st of January 2026. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, with the standing ovation, let us all welcome our everything, the visionary, the best we've ever had, Dr. Mahmudu Bawumia.
Therefore, in some way, and I hear Dr. Baumia, the aid at the Tuja. What do you think about it? It's no, we're doing concerning all of these issues about the BCVM. Remember more updates as all of these various events continue to unfold right here in this particular country. Yanto aso ne yanko in some foforo eso. For me, no can say what you are watching on the screen, an oil refinery. Ubagana ha ye will be TOR Tema Oil Refinery. Now, information number can inside party say after so many years, this particular Tema Oil Refinery, they are back. Obeka say under the previous administration, Tema Oil Refinery, let us say, Omatiada, his operations were seized because of sikasemne mismanagement. But then no can say Oma Babaka, or share screens no so or say official Tema Oil Refinery resumes operation after years of inactivity. And many people are lauding His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for forcing to bring back an oil refinery. To say BBC at the end of the day, you say oil refinery, it is a step for Ghana's oil independence. Now you really kakra ni nkuti in sema minoka say ebimu so air because minoka say lawyer Edwoji Tamakulu or the Simbia Babe Tuja say for Ghana's Tema oil refinery, see resume crude oil refining near the adeno. I was see a Pompis Kapa acting CEO of National Petroleum Authority Edwoji Tamakulu Pache say I was say Mahama administration or me invested over $200 million across all regions since a bit my revamp Tema oil refining na said you start here emptying quarter. Near really just a brief part of this. We are in kuti some of the tuja where if you Tema oil refinery or say TOR, that is Tema Oil Refinery. Tema Oil Refinery resumes operations after years of inactivity. Also, the Tema Oil Refinery is pleased to announce the successful resumption of crude oil refining operations after several years of inactivity, marking a historic milestone in the revitalization of Ghana's downstream petroleum sector. This achievement follows successful completion of a major turnaround mainstream TAM works on the crude distillation unit CDU executed within 3 months from 1st August 2025 to 30th October 2025. The maintenance works were undertaken in strict compliance to the international engineering, safety, and operational standards. Following the completion of the turnaround maintenance, that's TAM, the National Petroleum Authority conducted comprehensive regulatory inspections and confirmed TOR, that's Tema Oil Refinery's full compliance with mandatory safety and operational requirements. Consequently, the NPA granted clearance for resumption of refining. For the resumption of refining activity. Based on part say after years of inactivity, Tema Oil Refinery, your margin say no, I was some back and the omo back no was some follow international rules. It say oil refinery company obi follow sa rules ni nyina ama me no ka say no the National Petroleum Authority ma ko check who say sa ne mani nyina no it takes green, which means say dia omo check here no edana kwemu a obetima resume ejuma eno tin sisi na am green light say Tema Oil Refinery to resume work. Ultimately, it's a step in making sure that Ghana industries, industries to see, it will bounce back. But then Tema Oil Refinery, in some way, across to the National Petroleum Authority, acting CEO Edwoji Tamakulu, or the same Tuja about the way forward for Ghana.
Policy related to such an effort to revamp an almost dead state enterprise. What do you know within government circles has been done at all?
Okay, so I think it's important that we appreciate the great vision by Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah to set up the Tema Oil Refinery. And the thinking at that time was as much as possible to make Ghana self-reliant with very little or no reliance on foreign. At the core of this is also to show a certain level of energy security. That has been the reasoning of the founding father of the country. We've done 360 degrees. We've gotten to the point where for 6 or more years, the refinery was basically, if you recall, under Jerry Rawlings, the tail end of Jerry Rawlings, the operation of the refinery. Regrettably, we've not been able to live up to that expectation until the things we saw between 2000 and 2018 to 2024. I want to say this. My brother Edmond Combat and the board led by Honorable Billy Joe have demonstrated some, let me say, great thinking in getting the refinery back on its track. The reason why I say this is that, you see, usually with the kind of facility we have, if you look at the associated product or byproduct related to the refinery, that alone can help the country greatly. Based on what we've been doing with TOR, you have Central doing extremely well now, almost giving us 20% of the market over the past period. I strongly believe that if Tema Oil Refinery is able to ramp up production to almost 45,000, barrels per stream per day, TOR and Central alone should be doing about 40% of the market. Wow. And that will be significant. That will greatly, project the country well. And one of the benefits, I strongly believe, is that once they get into that, it will also impact on pricing dynamics greatly, because then you'll be doing less exports. Now, the bigger advantage also is that if you are doing it here, the kind of forex you need to bring imported products, that pressure on the Ghana cedi will greatly also reduce. So the economics of it is greatly impactful. As you know, immediately we set up the gas infrastructure in the Tuabo, because we're getting LPG, and at a point it rose to almost 45% of market demand. It also reduced the downward pressure on the Ghana cedi. So at every material time, once we're able to do a few of these things locally, it projects the economy better. And I strongly believe that one of the things that we should all do is to encourage government to invest more in the operations of Tema Oil Refinery. There are two things that we need to be looking at. One, the issues about safety. Two, the issues about sustainability. Now, to have these operations in a more sustainable manner would also require that government begins to invest in the industry. Whilst coming, I've been doing a bit of reading on it. And one of the things that I chanced upon is the fact that regardless of whatever we do, we also need investment in the region of almost $200 million.
$200 million?
Yes.
For a proper revamp?
Proper revamp of the refinery. And when you say revamp, there are certain key technical things or equipment that I think the refinery would need to bring it to international best practice. I had this document shared with me. I just want to reference it so that whatever it is that we do, even from the point of view of government of Ghana, we'll be mindful that we need to do those kind of investment ASAP. That will make the work of my brother Edmond Combat a bit more easier for him. I do not think that you need to just have a refinery that serves the Ghanaian market. You can also have a refinery that serves the market even beyond Ghana. But those ones also depends on standards. So one of the things that we are looking at is that we need to have the installation of a gasoline hydrotreating unit. Now, the whole idea is that once you do that, it will help you reduce the sulfur content level to a certain point that would be able to go into the European market, among others. You also need the installation of the diesel hydrotreating unit. We also need that. The installation of the isomerization unit, which will convert light gasoline into other products. So there are many things that I think, with the support of central government, Tema Oil Refinery should be able to elevate the conversation to. And I'm very happy that today, in fact, when I saw the frame up there, I was excited. When my brother Combat gave the indication that he is going to ensure that the refinery gets on stream, I said, look, my brother, anything that you need from our end to get this done, we are willing and able to get this thing done for you. And by the grace of the Almighty God, my brother Edmond Combat, the management and the board have been able to do such a yeoman's job. And I want to applaud him for it.
Let's come to a substantive issue which needs thorough discussion. Why was Toll left in the States between post-2016 up to this time? What should have been done, ideally, that will mirror what the vision of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was when he set up or had that vision that we need a refinery as a country within those people?
The true reason, if I say it here, it will be controversial.
I don't understand.
The true reason, if I say it here, it will be controversial. And I think bottom line is a question of leadership response. What exactly is the vision of the president? If you recall, in the lead up to the 2024 election, President John Dramani Mahama made it abundantly clear when he met staff of Tema Oil Refinery as part of the campaign that should Ghanaians give him the benefit of the refinery back on stream. And so bottom line is a question of leadership. What is the leadership?
Okay, so that is in Sema Edwardi Tamakulu or the Tuja. Now, Yantwaso Nienko in some so. Sami Jemfi has been in the news for some time now, and this particular Sami Jemfi, we were telling you, sir, there are calls for probe into him, there are calls for investigation after IMF formed the report about, sir, a whooping $240 million is missing, or basically, you know, and now say Gold Board has made a loss of $240 million, and the head of Gold Board is Sami Jemfi. Now, they attributed this loss to off-taker fees. The gold off-taker fees are definitely BOG, any Gold Board, no, or now, initially, you know, Sami Jemfi said they've not made any loss, and even if there's any loss, we should blame the BOG. Subsequently, we delayed it. BOG also is kind of throwing blame to Gold Board. I'm a CC on the blame game, no, yes, some fan bo IMF because IMF full chantro. And the question is, if IMF for a buying Basuno Magia Truma, add an IMF for or more chima, so said the more yen mobile mining car, most of the Omokano air propaganda. Regardless, no minority in parliament, or made in Simbia between two screens, or say minority demands bipartisan parliamentary inquiry, possible prosecution of BOG governor and Gold Board CEO. Remember, we've been saying this for 4 or 5 days now. We've been telling you, say, Monday, ebebano, Sami Jimfi arrest and ye can want some say be possible. The minority will push it, and even if the minority doesn't get it, they'll put it in their books into 2025. You know, some minority ninya chance one move back in 8 years time. One of the people they will arrest and set his bail condition at $800 billion. Sami Jimfi. Yenko T in Sema the minority said when they were requesting said prosecution of Sami Jimfi should be on the table. And no here because $240 million, that is almost $250 million. Diana Sami Jimfi or this is can
to explain to you how these losses are being occasioned. Small scale miners will not sell unless they are paid true global market prices, even if a slight discount is given to them, and at an exchange rate which the forex bureaus use. Second, the gold board therefore has to pay miners at real market value. However, gold board then sells the dollars it receives from offshore buyers back to the Bank of Ghana at the BOG or interbank rate, which is a weaker rate. Gold board protects its books by passing the exchange rate losses directly onto the Bank of Ghana. So this is not a market fluctuation problem. This is a system that is designed to make losses and for the state to bleed, so intermediaries will remain secure and profitable. For those of you who recall, when the Gold Board Act was being passed, we extensively outlined why the regulator should be decoupled from a commercial entity that could do this and make profit. And you recall that we suggested that it would be better to have a limited liability company with capital so that this doesn't happen. This is exactly what has happened now. And so far, $214 million of loss, going towards $300 million by the end of the year.
Okay, inti minority din same way ebetu on social media. People are saying say Sami Jimfi. Yes, start say NDC for bad one of the people among for a bona some super Sami Jimfi. Sami Jimfi, he ye betchero. MP before some betchero, and yami. No much na musi ni bail condition no, enya sem ketwa. Na among for people on social media react say, you know, yen fanya Sami Jimfi. Why? I didn't know fanya Sami Jimfi. Yen video.
Ezu Sami Jimfi why are they I don't Ghana for Mugwashi no I don't tell Mugwashi Sami Jimfi honorable Michelle yeah $240 million yeah ni bet me akodi dwa ye di gold fu dwa ni aboka now where see news hello MPP for mon peba bintina we I na mabet na I MPP for mon peba bintina yeah aboka nyama asem ana hello asem Ghana sika yedi ase no ana hello Sami Jimfi oh na we dey me na asem tu yeah agrada danfo mo an mo pitira agrada akodam say agrada you say yeah na MPP for hello MPP for money abrebe say adai waboka adai waboka ai wadi this can yedi honorable mpacho me mpacho me chafa me come me baby adi nti mama me chafa hello aje ezu de ne omodele no na o de ezu babai mu o pese de nkoso MPP for munja kasa na mukasa na ya doso munja kasa ana munja kasa na honorable Sami Jimfi odwe no waboka are yeah honorable be chirechiremu ama for me chirechiremu biom na so be chirechiremu why oh per story bika Ghana for acha 1 week e be free ana hello ana we run free okay Sami Jimfi na money the dealing nganya so obi on your communication mu di go na kwa question nsa mo person na munya mo pe mfa so ben hello mfa so ben na mo pe Obia no communication na ono NDC abo MPP for chisa mo sore mo ko position mo come no gold board mo person nya debe adwuma de wo ye no unim adwuma no anisu a e den da e ka ba mo e ka bo e beba mo MPP for munja hello Munja Sami Jemfi, Munjano. I just like him. He's a very nice young man. Yeah. Hello, honorable. Me chafa me the mama me the mekan me the mama be mindi me and hello hello no ya do so ya Sabi Jemfi I don't Sabi Jemfi na I feel we mu ne ho aba some premium no agra that day and away a man for na ye na sa yeah we abaifo na yesa atafufo ne abaifo na mo ha Sami Jemfisa ana na udi ye ko de wa hu plan yes just get out ho anka anye we yanko be de anya biadi ana bu di gara sika di wadi sigana for mo anka sa mo hoje mundi bi me support NDC MPP bia me support MPP hello MPP for muntra ba bi mma Sami Jemfi ndi odi gana siga odi ase no nanga bia on communication ayi straight for ye na kwakoto so godija wan obi a okasa o ye na kwakoto business sector what about that ye na kwakoto wa mo pese onye de nganye sika do be dia ana we wandi waboka we de wandi waboka kana ba na ambo wa hu waso amboka bia na so sika no so ye hu ono amboka ono so sika no ye hu ye honorable me pacho sika no bia we secret hello we no secret sika no besro me so me pebia di
Okay, so that is a MPP phobia omuhuru Sami Jemfi. Bemino kase sisian Sami Jemfi amanphobia started kasa say in same way na boban efidiefi. Now in this particular interview wa kuti mino kase no Steve Mantle or the same bia betu say the attack on Sami Jemfi any gold board no it is because people are envious of Sami Jemfi. Hey baby do no the IMF in some Mbeka says Sami Jemfi aboka $214 million so yes say or time hunu kwa yenti nsema maye Mantle edituja.
Well, I listened to an interview that Sami Jemfi granted yesterday, and he sounded a bit, I don't want to use not angry, but he sounded a bit frustrated with what appears to be an attempt to demonize the institution, and he kept referring to what used to be what used to be the case in the past and how things have improved, now, and yet some critics want to paint a different picture. I guess that you would want to have a word of encouragement or motivation for him this morning. I'm sure that he's watching.
Yeah, yes, it can be frustrating when you are doing something with the best of intentions and you find people trying to distract you from your mission. But I've known Sami Jemfi for a while, a very smart guy and all that. I think the attack on the go board is all because of Sami Jemfi. If you put another person there, okay, all this noise will stop. I mean, and it all comes out of envy. My advice to him is that he's doing a good job. He should remain focused. He's got majority of Ghanaians behind him. And so he should not feel or not be distracted by the very few people who are making so much noise about this 214 million loss incurred by the Bank of Ghana. Would rather make losses to stabilize our economy and lay the foundation for economic growth than to make no losses and yet have no impact on the macroeconomy and run an economy with very high inflation, high exchange rate, and then high fuel prices, high inflation and everything. I mean, we've gotten to a point where I think the benefits of the Go Board activities outweigh the losses.
Inti some way na NDC for be edit to just time and omutan Sami Jemfi. In this same vein, Bulldog so boss Sami Jemfi abaso say Ghana for tiny cheaper. One of the blessings are John Mahama administration Ede ayama Ghana for and then one bound for so ama Ghana is the gift of Sammy Jimfi and good board. In team say my bulldog or koka ya o crazy yes Sammy Jimfi say Sammy Jimfi Ghana for mupa mumpeo Sammy Jimfi for life.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Nyankopon Shano. Ne vision or the ebu mino. Some of us expected it, but wabe no more because Obia or the Asher office Juma. Obia or the Asher office Juma. So Obia and Pacho, Ukasa manka Pacho. Name one person.
Kawasam.
What about IMF? IMF to start with, who is IMF? Debbie Ampa Omunobia. What did they make an say? Yeah, Omunobia, so they cannot detect what our situation is. Almost so Omu here, Omujuma marketing Omu here. And I may catch from Omu Shaya, Yembao and Yembao China, Yembejishi or more. Oh no, we are telling them. Yes, look, IMF, we are not coming to you to take any money today, tomorrow, in the next 20-30 years. When your people come, they'll come and collect from them. Those who go and collect money to come and steal. Yeah, because we are joining on to me, but no. America.
2026
expectation. Yeah, expecting Bibia. The Nyanku Bondi Bema.
Thank you very much.
It's very, very simple. Nyanku Bon share, Uncle Sun share, His Excellency John Drama. Yababet say the whole year Yanko baby Uncle Jessica, Yansika, yeah, you should good board, near Shisha near the go. But 200 million losses, then go and 7 or more people on Mukikano.
Yes,
the Okikano here.
No, I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just I'm just making it clearer.
Clara said it. Oh, this Uber Unkova sorry. Omako sorry no. She says Omu Yankupon no. No more we see time say, yeah, casting the devil. Anytime you mention the devil's name, you are making him big, even if there's a devil to start with. What did they make? For Uni Namanyami, Bonyankupon Dinkwa and wow. Only said Yankuponi Abun Sankromu ye paddies.
Nobody were paddies.
No, they are still paddies. Bible no okwa tempty Job no Job no but what just say sorry when I go born in some cry no kasa
no correct no correct
na nya bonsan wo betini untini nti owo ha no akose ni na ka tem ni obi a ye Nyankopon adum agbonsan ko ye Nyankopon adum ti mu tu mu bu what you say
who says somehow can cancel so because
no bu DJ
na gold board na ma yesi kana
that's all no aye penny mu forget IMF for omu nim hwi omu de be ye obi ama obi a ya buy a gold board ye what your mind who should $1 ye ko kan bi mu say ye na ye pump do unim pumping dollar why then na wan be pumping I must see the nine stable. I'm be kikambe. Hey, my lucky pa. That be no, you must be a pekin. We be kasa. Mental. 4.5 2. Me ye empacho. Omunja dede nu na ye nye juma nu. Ye juma na si baby ye twaswako.
Hey, said they no started with way na
2025 ya yewo muka enye mpacho enye
nuaba ma ba ko
mpacho mami landi amagbina bueno ona we mo ke ye nchichi no
babu man one I second no fan we shit birthday o dey
chale adenu energy nu ho
kasa o dey kasa
o ba mo na chon
kasa
that say wunim problem no akwasi guy no kan good as so on your side
I say to bo why
get away wo kasa
ukra we uka MPP for no one be say man yeah pacho in pacho 2025 we say na ye kraman enye yen budget for new na hweduma ye we are running on the budget of the already dada me boa mpamucho good but she the aduma ya and I friend you reading your budget. Into 2026 there, Charlie. Ede nkwa. Nti Nyankopon sha His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wa ejuma. Oma nu nkwa. Oma na hoden. Ena se na odi ekonu. Yankonkwa. Briga won take ya. No baga wire. Yen show bia. Ya abada bia base. Sa boys no mobile no mobile ye Ghana humfin no. Next year be jelly on won say this year ya chichiri on bi. Next year on be back journey agrada e wo baby owo.
Royal Victory Family Church International. Kwabenya ochina
After yen to aso, minu kase no eye okujutu ablakwa eden simbia babe tuja. This is a very sad news, but then it's something I hope be applaud him for. We should the screen so or see news alert. I'll be retiring soon as an MP. Samuel Okujutu Ablakwa, the Foreign Affairs Minister. Now, at the recent gathering, and Okujutu Ablakwa announces a very soon Obefi Parliament because in Penifo and Sembi Omokase, a good dancer knows when to leave the stage, and to him, that time is now. At the time Okujutu Ablakwa also Befi Parliament, we have video as to why he's leaving Parliament and even who he envisages to replace him when he leaves that seat of that seat Okuta Ewo Bato, is it Bato area? Forgive me if I've forgotten the name. Miami Club so Yenkuti Sema Odituja Eba Beto also.
Products of the basic school system, you are holding your own in our various tertiary institutions. And I can confirm to you that one of your predecessors, who is the first aeronautical engineer that Northdown has produced, has graduated with the first class. And we were with her yesterday in Bato. Interestingly, her birthday, my wife gave her a treat. She is going to be sponsored again by my office to the United States to pursue her master's in aeronautical engineering. So I'm really, really proud of you all. We are producing engineers, we are producing lawyers, we are producing aeronautical engineers, we are producing future MPs who will take over from me because I'll be retiring soon, and then future ministers, future presidents, future teachers who will come and help us to maintain the high standards that we are laying over there. So keep making me proud. I am always excited to hand out these scholarships. So these are cash amounts. When you get it, please don't be tempted. No diversions. Go straight to your institutions and pay the fees. And as we do it, send the Honorable BC the evidence of payment. If you want to receive another round of scholarship, make sure your evidence of payment is with us. If we don't see the evidence of payment, then you know you are disqualifying yourself for the next academic year. But I trust all of you. So far, you have all been very loyal, very committed, and very law-abiding. So God bless you all. I wish you all a Merry Christmas. And I like the fact that we have a good number of females in the selection. So let me especially congratulate the females. The females are performing better than the males when I check your academic records.
Okay. So that is Okujutu Ablakwa, the MP for Northdown. I was saying, when I forgot his BB or MP for them, I felt sad because Sigi Bato Mepe Northdown Ohonina baby, particularly in Makwa Basa, because I'm partly from there. It's for young Twasuni and Consem for Froso. Sabreya Menuka say, First Lady is trending, First Lady of Obinim Ministries. Now in Simbia Babi to just say, Mami, I say, ni social media ni maybe or she looks like a Barbie. Barbie say on say mbamu toy bi she looks very beautiful like a Barbie. Na no amount for air party say mami ye hwe ni ya num like yi na yanum said you akoye bi and o say kai men kasa osu ni mi fie aha emeza it o say debi osu ni fie ye beja wi ase ye nyina akọ onim baby a sa surgery ni sa nema ni po efi o kan sem bebre we no kan
miti we manimu dua ye si hei plastic surgery sa wan mi hu baby ye no da eye wodo a mi wo ma mi kuna asafo ko fam ene mi ja me nwom to ne to ho se me bua mi kuna ya komchen paibo miti ye 30 days 120 days me ye 40 days menso se me ye kese ya na mi kunu amamne abam so ma me we ye kese o menso bi enipa bi a me mpe kese to obi a maye me ho se me mpese me ye kese na me sa ye fasting fam ti me twin me nimu nyina tutom me ka kire me se me kunu so lenti bi gina ne na so a me sa be tumi nyum me fam nyum na to bi o kan John chapter 10 verse 17 to 18 Jesus say me jama hini ye wo soro ho me jabe bi ato ho me janinti ena me bewu ye de me nkwato ho na me wu awie masa fa nkwani biem me pa me de me nkwa beto ho me peso a me fa senia Yesu Kristo ma je nkwapa de ne nkwato ho na obebu Nyankopon kire se Nyankopon ni tumi obebu anu beji ni pa nkwa no sa pepe penye se mi kunu obi ni eni tumi mi hu se mi kunu no ye baanu ba ko twefo mo ese ba ko eso ba ko mu ena me be fon ye nipa fon ho na mu nyina e fon before ye no hwensem bebre na de ba kwa meda se me hunkran e was Psalm 125 was na one of it on to awurade so no omo te se Zion botan ade ba kwa meda se me hunkran e Jesus asam o kan ye Matthew chapter 5 verse number 11 to 12 was enhyira ne mo you are blessed se me dinti ye di atoka asamboni biebi ene bori social media asamboni biebi ye katom so wose moma monenye na mo nsepemo na wakati aso osoro se wodote wakoma mu nko ade a awie ye no enye mawie ye ni so wodote wakoma mu a awie be ye wie papa se wodo se wonni bia ube wuntem because ube quote ye wunua Ewurade pese wo ye nyame wo de wodo fo odo so ye nyame na ade gi unua wo de buo wunua but se woni wodo ade buo wunua na sa putie wunua saa ube wuntem enti obi oni wodo no hu na ni brade wo tai nipa bahadba woni ne nam
Oye femomi. Yeah, you do omo kekana. Oye femom. You are very pretty, mommy. Me am the many who. The omo ka on social media, and it's not like that. And so, mommy, I come in on Kenya. I'll give you the honest truth. You look beautiful. Yes. Guys, it's not like that. So send them on for camera. Me win in real life, right here. She looks so beautiful. Oh my god. Guys, AI don't know. Oye femomi. Yeah, you do omo kekana.